Hey guys, it's Kim. Welcome back to my video. I'm here with another update for the Throwback 30 project pan. This was created by Jessica, and for this project, you know, sometimes you can't just join all the projects. So Jessica took a prompt from each of the projects, whatever. She was like, hey, there's all these projects. Let me make a project where there's 30 projects with, you can pick a prompt. So these are all the projects that have been in the Fantastic Ladies in one way, shape, or form. And some of them we picked a prompt to go with or whatever. But anyway, everything will be listed in the description box below. And let me get on with my update. All right, so the first product I have is for the 12 Days of Christmas, and for that we had to choose one of the prompts, which I chose eight Maids of Milking. For that I chose my Milk Makeup Bronzer Stick, and for that my goal was to use it 30 times. I've used it 13, and it went from 64.54 to 64.34 grams. Then the next product I have is for the 50 Shades of Panning. For that, I had to choose a sex theme product. And for that, I chose 50 Shades of Gray. And for that, I chose my Unique Addiction Palette Depotted Shadow. And I did not make any change in this. The Unique Dark Pink Blush was the next product that I had, and my goal is to use this 30 times, and I did not, so that is going to go back into the palette. The next product that I had was for the 7 Deadly Pans, which was Lust, Gluttony, Greed, Sloth, Wrath, Envy, Pride. So for that I chose Pride. I don't want to have a lot of wrinkles, so I chose the L'Oreal Wrinkle Expert Eye Cream, and my goal is to finish this. And it went from 69.81 grams to 66.75 grams. Yay! Then for Around the World, you were to choose a flag, and for that I chose the USA, and red, white, and blue are the colors, and for that I chose Unique Cynical, which is this shade right here. All right, so here is the milk bronzer, the silver, the Unique blush, and then here's Cynical. I forgot to point out all the swatches. That stayed the same in weight, so sorry, I have so many things that I'm panning. Then for Beauty A to Z, we had to choose the letter, and for that I chose A, which is this unique single shade, which is in Astute. And my goal is to hit pan, and for that I went from 4.62 to 4.61, and here is the shade right here. It's a really pretty brown color, transition shade for sure. Then for Birthstone Beauty, I chose Emerald because that's my birthstone, and that is a green. So I chose this unique liner in the shade Prosperous, and here is a swatch, and it stayed the same. I think I used it like 1 or 2 times, but not anything great. For the next project, Budget Beauty, it's a budget-friendly drugstore product. So for that, I chose the L'Oreal Pure Clay Mask. My goal is to finish it, and it went from 217.68 to 215.41. You can see the bottom. You saw the bottom last time. I used more. It'll be done. It's just not done yet. Then, Drop 10 Before Summer. It's a summer themed product, and for that I chose the Betty Lou Manizer from the Balm, and this does not make any change at all either. This, here's a swatch of it. It's supposed to be a bronzer, and there you go. The next prompt was fall for you, products that you love. And for that, I chose the Too Faced Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer. I love this. It brightens up my under eyes. It does not leave them dry. It's so hydrating. I love it. My goal was to use it 30 times. I have used it 9 times. It went from 24.38 to 24.33 grams. It went down. Only used it 9 times. Next product, Food for Thought. And that was something that has food names, smells like food, in food packaging. So for that, I chose the Sweet Peach Face palette. I love this palette. I just have not really had a chance to use it. I've only used it twice, and it's such a shame. And it went from 121.98 to 121.78. And here is the highlighter, the blush, and the bronzer. Beautiful. I just haven't used them. It's like a shame. I feel kind of bad because I really wanted it. Okay. So let me slide all these shadows into place. Okay. So the next prompt was for Harry Potter, and for that I chose Bludger, the prompt, and that was a black product, and for that I chose the Mary Kay Brilliant Black Eyeshadow, and my goal is to hit pan, and this went from 3.13 to 3.11 grams. And I'll tell you something, I'm probably not going to hit pan, but there's the shade. It's not a brilliant black. I don't know why they're calling it that. It's a really nice, like, silvery or black with silver shimmers. Okay. Then the next project in the panning zone is a product that is all alone in your collection. And for that, I chose the Tarte Fake Awake. This is a product that I take this nude stick and I put it in my waterline. And my goal is to finish it. It went from 2.8 grams to 2.6 centimeters, or 2.8 centimeters to 2.6 centimeters. Yay. Then for lip service, we had to choose a lip product, and for that I chose my Unique Balm. My goal is to finish it, and I was able to make another mark. It went from 1.4 to 1.2. This will be done. I'm not even worried about that. I just want it out. And then the next project is Mean Girls quotes. And that's something you bought because of someone else, and that someone else is Jessica Braun. And for that, or I should say Geek Out of Water too. I mean, both of them. But I chose the Misha Perfect Cover BB Cream. And my goal is to use it 30 times. I've used it once, and it went from 78.36 to 77.96. It's really nice. I just wish their shade range was better. It's not great for deeper skin tones. I wish I knew that before, or I wish I knew to be aware of that. I just thought everything was for everybody when I first started this journey. So now I know better. Then the next project is Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a Christmas or Halloween themed, and that was, I chose a black package, the Revlon Rum Raisin. My goal is to use half, and I definitely did not, but here is a swatch right there. Brings me back old school. Then for Movie Madness, you had to link anything to any movie, and that was Shawshank Redemption. And I chose this because it's gray for handcuffs. And it went from 3.80 to 3.79, and that was this prompt right here, or this swatch. For number 21, panning games, pick one from a box. Oh, no. 20, Once Upon a Pan. Rumpelstiltskin or Mr. Gold. I chose the dark one, something dark brown or gold. My goal is to hit pan. It stayed the same in weight, 4.13. Then I have panning games, pick one from a box, and I stuck all my bullet lipsticks in a box and I chose one out, and this was the one that I chose. Still Crazy from ColourPop, and my goal is to use half, and I went from 3.0 to 2.9. Beautiful shade. I love how there's like little stars on the side. This was a product I chose because I heard all the looks. Lipsticks are great. It's very drying though. But here's the shade. It's beautiful. Then Panning Solitaire was the next project. That was when we had to choose a single, a duo, a trio. So once you panned your single, that was out. And then you could count your duo. If you pan that, you could count your trio, blah, blah, blah. So I chose the Unique Enamored Single Shadow. My goal is to finish it. It stayed the same in weight, 2.42. But I swear it grew in pan. Whatever. Next up, prompt, Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. It's a Christmas song, so I chose Blue Christmas, and this is the ColourPop shade Mood, depotted from the wet palette, and it stayed the same in weight, 2.81 grams. Boo. Then next prompt, say good day to Project Panning, a product you could use every day and not get sick of, and for that I chose my Laneige Vanilla Sleeping Mask. And my goal is to finish it, and it went from 61.11 to 60.81. It made a dent, still in the rotation. Then for the Significant Other Project Pan, it was a product picked by a significant other, and at that point it was Rosie. So I stuck my e.l.f. putty primer and then this on the floor, and she ran for this. So this went from 18.06 to 17.81 grams. So it did make some movement. Hopefully by the end of the project, it'll be done. I can't promise that though. And then the Four Seasons Project Pan is something that's summer themed, and I chose this CeraVe Mineral Sunscreen. I couldn't make another mark, but my goal is to use it 20 times. I did use it twice, and it went from 67.57 to 66.27 grams. I like it, but I don't know. Oh, and I don't think I showed you Enamored and then ColourPop Mood. So pretty, so pretty. I wish I wasn't so scared of blue. And for the project Turn and Burn, I chose a whole bunch of samples, and for that I was like, let me get all the perfume samples. So I'm going to keep adding them to them as I get them, and then as I use them I'll put them out. So I started with 26, went to 17, then 16, and now I'm back at 17. So I'm just going to keep using them and see where I'm at the end. Then for the Unicorn Project Pan, it was a one-of-a-kind or magical incandescent duo multi-chrome glittery, or just something in your collection that you love. I chose the JD Glow Fairy Acid shadow. My goal is to use it 20 times, and it stayed the same in weight even though I used it twice. So here it is. Let me just see how it goes, like green, bronze, gray, green. So beautiful. And then here is on my arm, silver, green, I mean, it's just